First, I was shocked, and of course, I prayed for him. I saw the letter. First, I want that Fosinic people to confirm that whether it is the letter that he has written. Secondly, I had a chance to speak to him in phone in sometime in February when I was in Bangalore in Leela Palace Hotel. He mainly came to see me for my cold coffee, which I have discovered along with choline for fatty liver reversal. That time he was mentioning that he had a problem with all his equity holders, but he never mentioned anything about income tax or anything. But he was not depressed, or at least I'm not a doctor. I don't got a feeling that he was very depressed. He was a very brave, smart, nice person.
So you're saying your first sense from the last meeting that you had in February this year was he was not under any sort of a dire pressure really from the circumstances. Anything in particular that he mentioned in terms of what was worrying him from a business point of view? Liquidity crunch?
Yeah, what was worrying about him is about increasing the profitability of the coffee day business. And that is the main reason he came to me for mentoring. And that is the main reason he wanted to take the cold coffee concept from me. But he has not given me an impression, or maybe it was underlying, that he is heavily stressed or he will come to this kind of a situation.
Sir, when it comes to his entire, of course, there are a lot of speculations doing around that the level of debt, or was it also the liquidity crunch that hit him? But if you look at Mindtree and the exit that he got, he was sort of on path to sort of investing a lot of this back into the business and putting it back on track. So while there are concerns in the tax raids that happened in 2017, but the circumstances weren't as dire as it really seems right now.
Okay. In the market, there are so many rumors every day about tax terrorism and cash flow problem and all. But we keep forgetting one thing. India is lucky to have a fair and a energetic Prime Minister who is sorting out. I see a bright light at the end of the tunnel. While I am sorry for Siddharth and for the temporary problems for many business leaders, I think we will all have a happy ending and the economy will pick up.
All right. Sir, also, would you want to throw light earlier, there are reports that VG Siddhartha was in talks with you, when you wanted to sell some part of the business a few years back, and that did not really transpire going ahead.
Actually, it is the other way around. 10 years back, I met him in a party and he wanted to buy Fresh and Honest. And I would have been much happier to sold him my Fresh and Honest and Barista to him. Unfortunately, at that point of time, he could not raise 500 crore. One time, I don't remember when it was, he came to me that he wanted to sell some coffee beans. I was very open to that, but somehow it couldn't materialize. But this is not the right time to talk about business, This time, we get fond memories of him. And I want to use this opportunity to tell the board of directors and their investors, shareholders, and the good employees that I would like to mentor them free of charge to come out of this grief. And if that letter is originally written by Siddharth, he would get peace if this company grows into a $5 billion company.
All right, you're saying you're open to mentoring. But sir, of course, you have had your share of controversies from Aircel, ILFS, Tata's, and the tax, controversies that you have also personally been embroiled in.
See, a businessman does business. What is business? Busy with an activity. Okay. My controversies are very simple. Nobody imagined that Tata will lose 50,000 crore. There are so many experts and everything. They could have cut the losses when it was 3,000 crore. Okay. And nobody thought that Tata will sack Cyrus Mistry. And nobody thought that I will have this problem even though I am not a shareholder, I am not a guarantor, I was not a director. In 2008, I became ambassador. I have nothing to do with the Siva Group companies other than mentor. Okay? But unlike Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, I have not ran out of the country, sitting in Bangalore in Windsor Hotel, attending all the calls of SIFO, CBI, ED. But let me tell you, the CBI, ED, SIFO guys also, okay, are very fair guys. Whatever investigation, I answer them. And I believe in all fairness in NCLAT, Supreme Court. Mainly people should understand that India is not banana republic. You know, as an ambassador, I have seen Africa, many countries, okay, does not have this kind of stability and thing. Okay. I congratulate India and the legal system and all the people.
So you're saying, yes, of course, in spite of the controversies that you have, you're dealing with it legally and you're open to sort of how this really pans out going ahead.
Sir, I will stay here, sort out everything, and you will see Siva mentoring not only Siva Group Company or Coffee Day. I will mentor every young aspiring entrepreneur in India to become a billionaire.
Works well. Sir, lastly, does this also sort of send out a larger message to entrepreneurs? Of course, now the narrative is sort of shifting to harassment from tax authorities, depending, of course, on the letter. Does it sort of also send out a message to them?
See, in this point, I want to tell you, in the last 10 years, first time, the government of India sacked 12 or 16 income tax officers for being corrupt. Now I believe they are going to sack several people in income tax, in CBI, in ED, okay, and in SIFO for being corrupt and inefficient. The government is aware of that. See, it will be childish to think that the government having RAW and all the intelligence, that they are not aware of that. But government moves slowly. It is like an elephant, you know. So it will move slowly. We will all get a fairness, a fair deal with the government. I don't consider.